Hey Capricorns, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your January 2020 general overall spread. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Capricorn. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could very well be resonating with the energy that's coming through. As always, guys, trust your gut, follow your instincts, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't try to force things. Don't try to make things fit, please. What else? Social media. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, all that good stuff is going to be listed in the description box down below, as well as, for the entire month of January, readings, 30-minute readings are only $25, so they're on sale. Great deal, I like to think. So if you feel guided and if you feel like this resonates for you and you want to get a personal reading done, definitely send an email the way. It's going to be listed below as well. And with that being said, we're just going to hop right in and see what we can get for you guys for January. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Cap. So you guys are definitely heading in the right direction. I feel like with this energy that's going on right now, with all of these placements in your sign, Destiny is kind of forcing you guys forward a little bit. I do feel like you are going to have moments of, again, destiny, fate, things that are really meant to come across your path, especially this year ahead with so many placements in your sign right now. So I feel like you guys are headed in the right direction, whether it's something that you've released from the past or whether it's something that you've embraced moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card because it does denote that luck is on your side, that things are shifting. And I mean, with Jupiter in your sign and all, you do have the Nine of Cups here. So, I mean, timing is on your side. You know, a lot of the time, the Wheel of Fortune, for me, it is divine timing as well. It's things needed to happen, cycles need to end in order for shifts to take place, right? Nine of Cups. It's that wish fulfillment card. It is really getting back and reaping rewards for the hard work, the effort that you have put into this life. Maybe put into yourself, could be your business, your career. If it is business, it is something that is very inspiring for you because cups are involved. And when cups are involved, it's something that's from your soul, from your heart and your soul. It's very meaningful to you. You could also be really in a period of just loving your life and loving yourself, and you finally healed old wounds. You're really reaching within and loving who you are. Again, that's beautiful. Seven of Pentacles. Taking a look. Okay, so not only are the tides shifting, you finally found the worth, the self-love within, or you found these potential beautiful gifts at your door. Things that, a lot of opportunities that, again, wish fulfillment could come in for you. Seven of Pentacles. Whatever is coming your way or whatever you have been working towards, you're taking a nice hard look at where the abundance is. And again, abundance for me is not just finances. You guys know this. Abundance is spiritual abundance. It's emotional abundance. It's abundance in energy. It is just an abundance in all forms for me. With this and the cups being here and the Wheel of Fortune, this feels like it's definitely a shift in not only your emotions and maybe who you were to who you are now. Maybe you've had a major shift this last year and, beginning this year, things just really shifted and changed for you in a positive way. It could also be that you're really taking a hard look at what is going to bring you fulfillment and what is not. The Seven of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups would be really taking a nice hard look at what wish fulfillment is for you, what success is, what happiness is for you, versus where there is no growth, where there is lack, what is not going to serve you moving forward. Yeah, what is not going to serve you moving forward, where there is lack. 10 of Wands. Maybe taking a hard look at the work that you've put into in situations with people, connections, or in work. Maybe looking at how you can really achieve success and what all is worth pursuing as far as carrying the burdens energetically, moving forward energetically, where there's growth. Again, where there is actual abundance, and what is not going to serve you. What is not going to serve you moving forward, what you need to let go of, what you need to release. I love how it's such a Capricorn energy too. It's so straightforward. It's like, hey, you want this, but guess what you have to release? Oh, Six of Cups. So some of you could really, there are multiple ways this could go. So I'm just going to, with it being general, I'm just going to kind of throw it out there and what I'm feeling, what I'm getting. So 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups. For some of you, you could be releasing some kind of pain from the past or something when it comes to your childhood, something that needs to be released energetically for you. It could be old stagnant emotions. It could be issues when it comes to old relationships, pain that you've experienced, a past connection as well. Some of you could be releasing connection from the past. But 6 of Cups is also a card of reunion. It's a soul deep canard. Canard. It's a soul deep connection, a soul deep card. Therefore, I like that though, canard. That's the new one. The Gemini in me loves that right now. It is definitely taking a nice hard look at what you've been through in order to get to this point, because I do feel like this is a lot of healing for you guys, regardless of whether there's a connection in the situation or not. This is a lot of healing based off of what you've really had to release and what you've experienced this past year. It's like, again, the shift is happening because of the work that you have put in. And I just explained this in Sagittarius video, actually, where I went into the fact that Jupiter is going to be in your sign. And with Jupiter being Capricorn, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of other aspects that are intermingling with all the planetary involvements, but Jupiter in Capricorn is the energy of, okay, you want luck, you want reward, you want potential, you want expansion, you want growth. Guess what? You have to put in the work. And where you put in your time and you invest your effort and your energy, that is where you're going to see potential for growth. So if you're investing in the wrong things, there's not much growth happening. But if you're investing in the right things, things that are actually meant for you, things that speak to you on a soul level, things that promote growth and healing and acceptance and leaving things behind in order to really move forward, those are beautiful. That's phenomenal energy, and you are going to find a lot of potential and growth there. So mindfulness, I would say, is probably a big key for you guys, especially with all these, again, these planets in your sign. It's going to be potent energy, so be very mindful of where you're placing your energy and your time, especially that 7 of Pentacles. We have, 9 of Swords. We have, this is my up at 2 a.m. card. Some of you have definitely been experiencing some kind of healing. Again, whether it's stirred up by a relationship or whether it's really just stirred up inside of you, old wounds that have came to the surface that really need to be worked through. I will say with the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Swords here by the 10 of Wands, for me, this is denoting a need to release and heal the anxiety, heal the worry over a situation or over the past pain, past hurts. That's probably why the shift is happening, because it's forcing you to kind of take a hard look. Maybe for some of you, and I say this with all the love in the world, maybe some of you on some subconscious level felt like you didn't deserve happiness, or you were afraid of it. You were afraid that if you found the actual happiness, it might be taken away. And so maybe that's some of the stress and the worry that this connection or this feeling within inside of yourself of finally, feeling fulfilled and whole. You're afraid that something's going to come along to really kind of strip that away. I don't feel like that, but I can feel the worry and understand, if the past had happened and occurred that way for you guys, if you have abandonment issues or validation issues, then I could see how anxiety would stir up when things are so good. You're so afraid something's got to give, something's going to go wrong. But realization is here. Clarity is coming in. And that's another thing that's really funny too. I find when you're about to spiritually level up and things are shifting and the tide's changing, a lot of the time you experience anxiety, you experience, aches, pains, physical ailments, you experience stress, worry, depression, things that you hadn't probably had in months, maybe even years, start to really stem up. And it happens when you go to level up spiritually. When you step into the next phase, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to also bring you a lot of beautiful things in your life and a lot of opportunities if you push forward towards the growth. And even if you don't push forward, I know that's probably the very Capricorn way because you are cardinal earth. Literally pushing forward is what you do. But sometimes being in the state of flow, being like the 6 of Cups and just loving life and allowing things to shift makes things a lot less stressful and a little bit more bearable. And for some of you, that could be a major key. Just doing shit that makes you happy, doing stuff you love while these changes are going on, while things are shifting for your greater good. Because with the realization card, it is for your greater good. You know, judgment doesn't just come in to, open our eyes and then leave us blind. It's like judgment comes in to show us the way, you know? Eight of Pentacles. Where are you investing yourself? Yes, see? Judgment comes in. And judgment comes in. It's also judgment call for you. So let's just say take away the spiritual factor. Judgment comes in for you. What that means is you're going to pay attention to where you're investing yourself. Eight of Pentacles. This is be willing, you know, to put in the work day to day towards something. It could be career. It could be relationships. It could be family. It could be hobby, something passionate, you know, that you have that you're wanting to turn into a career or turn into something substantial for you. Whatever it is involved with enlightenment and judgment. It's something that's been revealed to you, and it's like oh shit, if I put myself and, you know, my time and my effort into this is going to make me happy. This is going to be awesome. This is going to bring about so many things in my life. I've been so focused on this aspect or this thing that shifting and really seeing where the potential is such a, I mean, it's a godsend. It really is. Having the potential kind of revealed to you in that way, it's a beautiful blessing. You realize it fast. Eight of Wands. Messages coming in hot. This is quick action too. You see, let me just find cards because, well, you know how that goes. Sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. So, you see, with the Judgment card, you see where the revelation has occurred. Eight of Pentacles. You're figuring out where you need to put your energy, where you're investing your time, right? You have Eight of Wands here. Eight of Wands is all about movement, doing it in a very quick, rapid way. So it's quickly shifting and wanting to put your energy towards something. Four of Swords. Needing to rest and reprieve before doing so. Don't just hop on it. Take some time to really think about it. Because that Seven of Pentacles is very thoughtful. It is very in-depth as well. So, Four of Swords with that card to me would be really letting your energy kind of build. Allowing yourself a little reprieve. Allowing yourself a little rest. Because it's like you so go. And you get this realization. You're like, I need to go now. I need to do this. I need to hop on that. And it's just saying to take a pause in a moment. Because these are two completely opposite energies. I'm going to be honest. Four of Swords is saying to lay there and rest and don't do anything. Eight of Wands is saying make it happen quick. So, for some of you, this could, be part of the anxiety. I'm going to be real. You could be wondering, do I take this step? Do I make this move? Or do I just sit back and just... it's definitely opposing energies. I'm going to throw another card down. And maybe with the Eight of Pentacles, it's being mindful of, okay, I'm going to put time in here, and then I'm going to rest. And then I'm going to, sit and meditate and think about this, or really... look at the big picture and the perspective. Because for me, Four of Swords too is really going in and seeing the big picture. And Eight of Wands can be about revelations as well. It doesn't have to just be about quick movements, but it tends to denote something coming in fast. So if it's maybe messages coming in, Queen of Swords is here. Could be with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It is definitely something coming in that makes you take a pause. Or an action taken that makes you kind of stop and have to think before you really move forward. Queen of Swords, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Sorry, I'm dropping cards, guys. This is discernment. So if this is your energy, this is you stepping into the power of being very discerning when it comes to, again, your energy, your time, your investment, where you're going. It's getting real clear, and it's getting objectively clear. No emotion attached. Just making the decision as best you can. And yes, granted, to me, sword cards involve emotion on some level. Because let's be real, you're not going to worry, stress, be mindful in your head about a situation or a decision if it doesn't matter to you, which to me denotes feelings attached, emotions. So this is something that is going to make you kind of step back and step up into your discerning power. You don't have to let the emotion dictate the decision, but you do include emotion in it because it's going to be based off emotion. Seven of Swords, overcoming some kind of deception in your life. Let's see. Eight of Cups. Okay. So leaving behind something that was very much toxic for you. Maybe, maybe that's going to be the key for you guys. Maybe the realization came that something was holding you back. It was more toxic than it needed to be. And in order to get to this beautiful place of abundance, you have to really release what's no longer serving you. That is going to be a big part with you guys with Pluto and Saturn. I mean, that's just put the cards up there. Seven of Swords to me can also be, it doesn't always have to be, I guess, shadiness. A lot of the times it is. For me, it can also be defensiveness to some extent. Fighting off, leaving behind something that, again, is not going to serve you. Queen of Swords, being discerning about it, being very logically minded, seeing things as they are, taking a step back. Maybe that's what the Four of Swords is, too. Let's see what else we can get for you guys, because these are very different energies. Yeah, okay. So something toxic that was involved in this situation. That's also your card, Devil card. Could be leaving behind the ways that you handled your energy or where you invested your time. For some of you, you could have been really invested in, focused in a career aspect, and you weren't devoting any time towards connections. For some of you, you were so focused on a connection that really was lacking that it became very toxic. It was almost like an attachment issue where you needed to detach from it. Maybe you were in a situation because, you know, deep down you needed validation, or maybe you were in a connection with someone that was needed, you know, validation, or they needed affirmation constantly because they had a lot going on inside themselves that they hadn't really healed or dealt with. And I'm going to throw a clarifier card on that one, actually, because I do just want to know what this leaving behind and this toxicity is about. What can I get for this card? What can I get for this Devil card? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel like it was toxic habits when it came to career, home life, or career relationships, career, family, things like that. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Could be Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I do feel like it's more so maybe toxicity you had to overcome within yourself. Again, whether it was related to career and balancing like that, or whether it was related to investing in the wrong connection or the wrong situations in your life. Maybe that's where the blessing comes in. Like, that's what's part of the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment. It's like sometimes we think we want something so much when there's something so much greater and more than we could have ever imagined. And when you put your intentions out there and you focus on that fulfillment, a lot of the times as you start to heal, the universe removes things from you with a purpose to allow beautiful gifts to come in. And I do feel like that has a lot to do with this, actually, now that I'm really feeling, because I'm feeling like something needs to be released and opened in order for new to come in order for beautiful, in order for growth and potential. Hangman. Seeing things from a different perspective. The bigger picture that we talked about. I mean, this is really deciding to finally look at things in a new light. Yeah, definitely in a new light. Four of Pentacles. Again, this is something that I don't want to just say you are bound or tied to, because that sounds so constrictive. But with the Four of Pentacles, it's stubbornly hanging on to something. It could be you. It could be a person you were connecting with. It could be you hanging on to old mindsets, old patterns. It could be you hanging on to something that was not beneficial for you in the long run, whether it's a relationship or a career, or, I mean, maybe even in a family connection, you know, allowing someone to kind of stay in connection, knowing that they were toxic for you and knowing that they were doing toxic things to themselves. This is tied to it. Not willing to give up or budge on it. But next to the Hangman, I think you're seeing a new perspective on where you've been stubborn. Possibly, or the other person, you know, seeing where they've been stubborn and they've been set in their ways and they wouldn't budge or they wouldn't compromise. Maybe for some of you, compromise was a hard thing to come by. I will say innately, as a Taurus, and literally looking like this is my card, I've had to learn compromise along the way. Not always the easiest thing to do, being a stubborn fool, but we learn it. It just comes with time. It comes with experience. It comes with realization. And I'm sure I've had quite a few Capricorn friends in my life. Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, this is making the decision to release the guilt with it. So if you have found yourself kind of tied to a situation, your hands tied, so to say, I do feel like you're going to remove guilt. Or for some of you, there could be apologies coming in from someone that got a new shift and a perspective on how they were behaving, on how they were digging in their hooves and not giving, not budging. There was zero compromise. Or you could be connecting with someone or reconnecting and really healing that toxicity by releasing the guilt. You know, the Five of Swords, it's a selfish victory when it's upright. But it did come out reversed. I do have to take it reversed, that card especially, because it just screamed leave it. So I'm leaving it because I feel like there is no selfishness anymore here. It's overcoming the need for control as well. Whether it's in your life or in a relationship or someone else trying to control you, there is finally a freedom within and giving up the control and allowing things to be. The Hanged Man is very much a flow card. It is looking at the big picture and allowing it to unfold as it may. Yeah, Strength card. Finding the spiritual strength within you to really overcome these situations. So I do feel like at the end of it all, this is going to be something that is incredibly beneficial for you. Very much so, because this is all about your awakening and all about the realizations and all about the spiritual leveling up. And a lot of the times too, unfortunately, when we level up, if certain connections, certain people, careers, things, as we evolve and change, they're not always meant to stay on the journey with us. And I do feel like this is the strength to finally overcome and release something for you guys. And I feel like it's something that has been heavy on your heart, heavy in your soul for a while. Again, whether it's a toxic person, a toxic pattern, or a toxic mindset even, you know, it could be the way that you've thought about things for so long. Making the decision at the end of the day. Two of Swords. What are you going to do? I feel like you guys are going to start something fresh. I do feel like you're going to release and allow and let go. What card is this? Yeah. You're going to release, allow, and let go for the new cycle. You got the Justice card, baby. Yeah. You guys are allowing things to unfold as they may. You're allowing the universe to step in. I think you're also making a decision based in your best interest. And you're no longer going to be tied to any kind of guilt. When it comes to, I feel like moving forward in some aspect. I keep getting that over just... It's moving forward. Move forward. Whatever it is for you, do not feel guilty about it. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing things that really benefit your soul, you're not hurting anyone. Yeah, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. There's your card. Nurture yourself. There is justice coming in for you in this situation, whatever this was you were experiencing. And then bottom of the deck, Temperance card, healing's coming in, balancing's coming in. You have the Justice card again. You have more balance. I do feel like the situation has been brought forth to really open your eyes to the connections that you've had or the way you've been experiencing your life up until this point. It's pushed you to the point of release in order to reach reward, in order to reap rewards, in order to finally have, karmic things come to an end, making a decision to release karma, release the past. And really, for Queen of Pentacles, for me, it's also making the decision to nurture yourself, to love yourself for once. You know, maybe for some of you, you're making a decision when it comes to a fellow earth sign. Some of you could be making a decision about an air sign. What else do we have? We have Pisces on this table. We have Leo card, strength. Some of you could be making a decision between a Libra and a Leo. But really, it's more energy. It's not exactly sign specific. I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. Yeah, so... That's going to be it, Capricorn. At the end of the day, what you are experiencing currently and going through is going to open your eyes spiritually to so many things in your life. And maybe you're going to recognize toxicity within a connection, maybe, within your family. And it's going to really force you to step up into your strength and find the power within you in order to move forward and release something. All right, guys. So I'm going to grab my little ritual deck. We have Waning Gibbous. I love this deck. Like I always say, I got it for Christmas. And this deck is absolutely phenomenal because it covers so many aspects. Not just a general... Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys are definitely on a spiritual mission right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, anything from moon phases to candle work to feathers to chakras. I mean, just everything. It encompasses so many cards and so many messages. And I love to just use these as, at the very end of it all, a little bit of a clarifier. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. Ooh, full moon. Okay. And then this is the personal power deck. I'm actually going to grab just a couple of these little cards with my little hands. Okay. So with this being a new deck, I'm going to have to grab my little trusty book here. Okay, so we have Waning Gibbous. We also have a full moon. So the Waning Gibbous, let's see. Where's it at? Waning Crescent. Waning Gibbous, okay. It says reflection, meditation, receiving. There's that Four of Swords. You have your third eye chakra, west, and then you have your air symbol. I trust that my goals will manifest when the time is right. I'm sorry, just timing, right? Timing. We're going to go back into this. Timing. The Waning Gibbous brings a quiet energy of reflection. It's time to rest and reflect on how far you've come, both in your life and during this moon phase. If you're feeling as though you've fallen short in some way, try not to judge any of your actions or lack thereof. Instead, be a passive observer. In the quiet space of contemplation, you may find that information about your journey comes without effort. I love that. Okay, and then we have the full moon, harvest, expansion, gratitude. It's the throat chakra, south direction, and it is the water element. I am grateful for all that has come and is still coming to me. Open your heart and find gratitude for anything in your life that brings you peace and joy. The full moon is a time of celebration and fulfillment. Focus on the good in your life and soak it all in. If you've been working through the previous moon phase rituals in order to manifest something and it has come to fruition, celebrate. If you're not where you thought you'd be at this point, find gratitude for the gifts you do have in your life. And trust that the timing of the universe is always in your favor. Again, more about timing for you guys. And then you guys have the violet candle, which I already know is third eye. And you have spirituality, magic, and attunement. I love this. Okay. I will show you guys. Magic is all around me. The purple candle is here to offer you magic on your journey. One of the biggest hurdles to being in perfect alignment with the universe is believing that you are. The universe trusts that even in the face of challenges and hardships, you are exactly where you need to be, in perfect attunement with the universe. I love that. It's all about timing for you guys. At the end of the day, it is completely coming down to timing. And then we have two of these personal cards. We have I Embrace Change, because, you know, us earth signs, we love change, right? I am safe. Oh, wow. And I love that it was so many moon activations in this card. And, like, literally, I think the Waning Gibbous is going to be a pretty big deal for you guys. I'm going to be honest, because it's, I mean, I'm safe. You're safe, you're loved, you're in divine timing. Oh, you guys are reaching a new level of spirituality and growth within. It's bringing a new cycle. It's ending the old cycles. I am very much sending my love, my positivity, all of it to you guys, because I know not always the easiest experience, but I do think it is completely worth it, because at the other side of this, you guys are going to come into your power, reach that Queen of Pentacles energy within, and really move forward. So, all right, that's going to be it for your January 2020 Capricorn. I hope you guys have a fantastic month ahead, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Love and light. Bye.